Hey guys, welcome to Espey's weekly arm wrestling vlog. Recording this at night, so I'm going to try to talk a little quiet. I got some kids trying to sleep, but if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so now. Off the top, you guys, on Arm Crossfire, we just had an opportunity to interview Andres Axclo, and it's timely with the potential vote between the IFA and the World Arm Wrestling Federation coming up within Canada and the CAWF. Now, accompanying all of that news is the fact that we have WAF has recently released a list of people that are not in good standing. And these are competitors as well as officials. So, what does it all mean and how does it get rectified? Well, we've had Anders on the show, and we've got Mercia, the General Secretary for WAF, coming on this Monday. And we're going to have lots of questions and hopefully get the answers that we all need ahead of this vote. And of course, following my interview with Mercia, I will announce where I stand on the whole subject publicly so that maybe it helps clarify some other people's thinking and thought process as they move towards the vote. So the CAWF has some big decisions to make. And I will just reiterate that I am not one of the people voting on the subject, but perhaps I do have some influence over the vote. Personal updates, guys. So as you guys know, I'm trying to get down to 300 pounds. I did my weigh-in last Monday, and here we are on Wednesday already, and I feel like I've lost a bit more. But as of last Monday, I was down 6 pounds from the holidays. So that's pretty significant, and not quite the rate I need to be to get down to 300 by February the 14th, but we'll get there. And of course, for me, competing on a personal level, we have Fit to Fight Arm Wrestling League coming up, the Duke Invitational on February the 8th. And I've got a big match with Mark. We're going to be arm wrestling for the left arm super heavyweight title. I am the recognized champion, although I don't feel like I should be the recognized champion. I was the number one contender. Tyrell was the champion. We were to arm wrestle for that belt. Tyrell has decided to step away from the sport for a little while. He's used words like retirement. I don't think I quite buy that any arm wrestler ever truly retires. We'll call it a break. But I feel like it's an interim title at the moment. And whoever wins between Mark and I will have the right to call himself the champion of that league. So on a different note, you guys, I listened to WAL this week, which is the name of the show. I didn't listen to it this week. I listen to it every week, but I want to address some of the comments made by Devon Larratt. And before I do that, I was going to show you the final communication I had with Devon once the Arm Crossfire show started, but I don't really believe in sharing personal messages back and forth between two people. Whenever somebody gets a little bit bent out of shape, which, admittedly, I was when I heard the comments. So I'm not going to do that. Out of respect for Devon, I'm not going to show the conversation we had, but I will maybe paraphrase a little bit and just tell you that it was a respectful back and forth between Devon and I. He acknowledged that he had issues with Gobby, and I extended the invite to come on the show, and he declined. And we then go on to discuss the left-handed division in the WAL. So as the conversation progresses, there's some more mention of why I should not be associated with my podcast partner. And he warns me that about my own reputation and where this could hurt me a little bit in the grand scheme of things. And we justified each other's position, but as far as I knew, we were still friends. But it became clear to me later on when Devon deleted me off Facebook that he closed that last communication by saying the words, "Don't worry, we're good." But the last time I communicated with him, it was after he had deleted me off Facebook, and that was on September the 19th. And he just said basically that he can't associate with me because I associate with Gobby. I've basically picked a side. And I didn't realize how deeply that hurt him. And to this day, I'm still not completely aware of everything that has transpired between those two guys. And I didn't want to lose Devon as a friend, but here we are, fast forward. And I just know that between then and now, I have not attacked Devon. I have not said anything that I would have deemed a personal attack. I have mentioned that I do not like his approach. I do not like how he treats people, and I feel he demeans his opponents at times. I don't find it super entertaining, and I think he's crossed the line. I think he's crossed the line with getting his kids to make fun of Dave Chafee. I think he's crossed the line with some of the stuff he's said to other arm wrestlers that he's been in matches with, and I get that he's trying to be entertaining. I just don't agree with it. So let's start with the clip. Let's play the clip here, and we'll break it up into a few segments so I can talk about them each individually. But it starts innocently enough, and Neil Pickup, who has been on our show, as of many people been on Arm Crossfire, asks Devon about a potential left-handed match with me, and asks about the history of us pulling.
I got one for Devon. Because all that I get messages, just people message me week in, week out. They say this, they say that. What? Why is Ryan Espey not getting a shot at all Canadians sending me about Ryan Espey getting a shot at you left-handed? What the hell is going on there, Devon? Have you ever pulled before, you and Ryan on the left?
Yeah.
So where's the rationale? Walk me through the history here.
There was. Oh my God, it was so long ago. It was like 2001 or 2, I don't know. So I was competing in the 220 division at the time. And I had just beaten Luke Reimer, who, I don't know if you guys remember, he was really good. Yeah, he was a really good puller. Anyway, so I was ranked at the time #1 in Canada. I was just starting to creep up on the super heavyweight guys. But then there was the Calgary Stampede. There was like a Calgary Stampede event. Anyways, John Brzezinski went there. John was light. He was like, I think he was around 195 at the time. And Luke was big. He was like 240 at the time. And Luke cracked him. Luke pinned him a couple times.
Yep.
That was enough to put Luke Reimer ahead on the rankings. And it actually gave him the #1 spot. He's from BC. I'm from Ontario. We met halfway. We met in Portage de la Prairie or whatever, where Ryan's from. So there was basically 3 guys ahead of everybody. There was Luke Reimer, Ryan Espey, and myself.
Yeah.
And I ended up winning both the right hand and the left hand that day over the field. And I think I pulled Ryan that day. Either way, I finished ahead of him.
So Devon brings up the match that we had, or the tournament that he was at in Brandon, Manitoba, nearly 20 years ago. It was 1999 or 2000, where I arranged for him and Luke Reimer to come out. I picked them up at the airport. I provided them a place to stay. I took pretty good care of them. Devon came out with Troy Eaton. I was the tournament director for the event that we're talking about. And Devon doesn't remember us pulling because I don't think we did. I lost to Luke twice, and if memory serves me correctly, that was it. It was a very long time ago. But if we're bringing up the past, why not bring up the 2001 or the 2010 Arnold Classic, where I was undefeated against I'm undefeated against Devon. I beat him right-handed both of those occasions. That one, why not talk about that? Because it's ancient history, and bringing up something as ancient as that, it doesn't make any sense. It's not in the context of today's competitors or everything that's transpired between then and now.
So is that a match you'd like on the left arm? Do you feel like there's any
Like, to me, I mean, I have personal issues with that whole, you know, I don't like those guys, to tell you the truth. I just don't even want to be near him, to tell you the truth. I don't want to be near him. I don't want to be near that other little midget, because I know that bad things are going to happen.
So what you just heard, like, there's some personal issues, and I don't like those guys, is what Devon said. And I get that he has issues with Gobby, but I'm starting to understand fully where he has issues with me because of my association. I don't really get it completely that he has such strong feelings towards me. And he goes on to say that if he's ever near us, that bad things are going to happen. So basically, is that a threat? I don't know. I guess it could be interpreted that way. In the eyes of the law, it certainly is not, but perception is maybe a little different than the law. I know there's some real ill will towards Gobby, but I'm not going to be intimidated, and I'm also not going to react to something that is said. I know Devon doesn't want my name spoken by anyone else ever, and probably doesn't want anyone to ever come on the Arm Crossfire TV or Arm Crossfire YouTube show, but it's going to continue, and I hope someday there can be some fence mending between us.
But let's say you weren't near him. Can you crack him left-handed?
Yeah, he's a big bowl of porridge. He's like a big bowl of porridge that I'm not interested in.
Okay, that was clear.
And then what you just heard was, of course, the insult. He's like a big bowl of porridge that I'm not interested in. It's interesting. He doesn't seem to take me seriously as an arm wrestler because, or maybe he's that mad at me that he just doesn't want to have that match with me. And a lot of this just comes down to ego, and I'm sorry, but maybe there's some stuff we need to sort out, but I will tell you that given the opportunity for that match, I'm not sure I would want it. I do want it as a competitor. I do not want to go through all the stuff that Devon puts people through on the way to the match. And I'll tell you, for me, it's just not worth it. I think I have cemented my legacy in the sport of arm wrestling, and I am not nearly finished. But maybe we don't cross paths. Maybe there's a series of matches that have nothing to do with Devon Larratt. Maybe it's me and Wagner that meet in WAL. Anyways, guys, that's it for this week. I hope you got something out of this video, but you know, it is what it is. Make sure you tune into our Crossfire to see Mercia, and that channel is extremely close to crossing that threshold for monetization, as is this one. On that one, on Arm Crossfire, it's a matter of subscribers, not viewing hours. On this one, it's a matter of viewing hours, not subscribers. So hopefully both those get sorted out soon, and I'll see you guys next week.